Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? I'm Enrique, and this is Easy Pictures to Draw. Today I'm going to be talking about the subject of caricaturing. So, some people ask me, what do you do when you're blocked, when your brain blocked, when you just you can't think of what to do? You're drawing maybe the same picture over and over and over again. I know that I've been guilty of doing that. I mean, you're always going to have you're always going to have your style per se, these aspects of drawing that you're going to keep, with you. You're always going to kind of have that. But if you really are trying to change it up or get more creative, or you just feel like you're in a rut, I would just try a couple of things. And I've talked about it on different videos, but I've focused it a little differently. So I would say something I do a lot of in terms of trying to get out of my brain space when it's just held up, would be messing around with shapes and really trying to spill them out. I would say just grab a piece of paper. Doesn't have to be anything important. Obviously, definitely don't make it important. And just start toying with different head shapes. And I've talked about this with other when it comes to other things. But if you're just trying to get out of your head, like literally come up with different, like just weird, bizarre head shapes. That'd be, whatever. You don't have to do the features or anything like that. But do it for your own kind of sanity. How out there can you get? This is kind of the subject of exaggeration I was talking about before, but like again, you're in this rut. There's just certain things about it. There's certain things that are not flowing. What I find usually when I'm in a rut is I'm just doing the same thing over and over, or I'm not doing what I like to do to the efficiency level that I was doing it before, and that is really frustrating when you're just not as efficient. You're like, what happened? So a lot of that has to do with what you have in terms of habits. What are these habits that you do all the time, and maybe how do you change them up? For example, let's say I tend to do my lines like this, for example, thick to thin, for example, which is the way I think looks very pretty. That's just me. Thin to thick lines. Right? Maybe try doing a very flat line. You can even try a different marker and try doing extremely flat. Not so much variation. Maybe do it thicker as well. And just kind of have that same line quality throughout the entire caricature. Like maybe throughout the, and just try that out. Will that bust you out of your comfort zone? Because your comfort zone, like I said, is really built upon habit. It's built upon habit. It's built upon, this safe, being safe kind of thing you have. Try to be unsafe. Try, being unsafe within art. And try these things out. What's another thing? Maybe, how do you say this? Incredibly thin lines. I've seen that. I don't really know how thin you can get with this particular marker. But, snap. See, that's too thick already. But try maybe doing an entire caricature or just a made-up head out of your mind with incredibly thin lines, And this is kind of the beginning of breaking through this kind of... I don't know, this mental crutch, because I see that a lot within intermediates. You're just like, I want to do more, and it's like you hit this wall, you just can't do it. What do? Pretty much there's a couple of things to do. You can bust through that wall by changing things up and making it more interesting for you again, because a lot of that is, it's not interesting to you anymore. And that's why you're just like, oh, what is this? Oh, even though like sometimes you'll draw something, and I've had this before too, you'll draw something, and somebody else would be like, wow, that's awesome. And I'm like, really? I hate that. Like, right? It's like the same old thing I've drawn all the time, it's not really rewarding to kind of show off to people anymore. What's really rewarding is, improving as an artist. If you guys like this kind of talk, by the way, and that's pretty much it, by the way. That's what I do to kind of bust out. I just start doing different things. And by the way, I organize my different things as well. If I want to do different things, sometimes you just fall right back into doing the same old thing. So I literally write a list, like this is obviously with marker. Sometimes I'll just use pen. Thick lines. I'll do one with thick lines, one with thin, one with what do you say? God, no variation in line. I'll do like 10 heads out of caricatures out of my head, really just kind of made up heads with focusing on the nose and different types of noses. And I'll literally write this list of like 4 or 5 things, just to kind of bust out of what my that gear that I'm stuck in. Anyways, but that's pretty much my take on it. If you like this, you like little chats like this, I have an entire program on it, on basically getting through these barriers, getting through these mental barriers. It's called 22 Steps to Becoming a Better Artist. It's really designed for people in that beginner to intermediate stage, when you are just kind of like, what do I do? What's going on? And it's essentially what it is 22 like 5 to 10 minute videos of me talking about things like these little mental, drags that sometimes pull you down for years, which is so strange. But I mean, in most cases, they'll probably pull you down for quite a bit, like a few months, which I know is annoying as well. But check that program out if you like. I believe it's up already, so I'm going to put the link on the screen. If you have any difficulties, please message me. That's about it, guys. I will see you next time, and have a good day.